Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen many wonderful events during these 2 days. You've seen keynotes, you've seen panel discussions, you've seen networking. You partied last night, so I hear because I was sleeping and preparing myself for this event. Why? Because none of it, and I'm telling you, none of it was so high octane as the Startup Challenge. Why? We have 8 participants, 8 contenders. Every one of them will have only 3 minutes to present their business case to the members of the jury and to you also. And these guys can handle a lot of stress because they've been selected in a painstakingly awful process. There were 130 startups at the very beginning. 57 only made to the semifinals in various Polish cities. Only 8 are with us today. And they will present their business cases not only to the members of the jury, but also to you, because there's also an audience award, and the audience award will be awarded on the basis of voting. You can vote. The voting is open now. All you have to do is to just put up your mobile phone, click on the ABSL app. In the section of surveys, there is only one option, and this option is choosing the winner of public award in today's Startup Challenge. But before we begin, before members of the jury will start to grill our participants, a couple of words from the organizers. I would like to welcome to the stage Łukasz Czajkowski, ABSL Head of Community, Media and Membership.
Hello, everybody. You're about to see presentations of 8 startups that were selected by ABSL member companies and our startups as the winners of 8 regional semifinals. And I would like to thank everybody who supported us during the whole project, as organizing it all across Poland in such a short time was pretty challenging itself. ABSL Startup Challenge is about introducing young, tech, innovative companies to ABSL members and encouraging future cooperation. Does it work? When you look at last year's finalists, you can for sure say it does. TakeTask and Cognitum are working closely with some of our member companies, growing their business, improving their products. Amplocity is one of the exhibitors during this year's conference, and they are about to expand their business to the United States. And when it comes to the winner of the last year's edition, Challenge Rocket, well, they have organized dozens of challenge projects all around the globe for such brands as NVIDIA and Intel, and those projects were not in Poland. They won the competition for challenges for Intel in the United States. I'm sure that this year's finalists are going to do equally good, if not better. Dear startups, good luck. Dear audience, enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Łukasz, for these kind words. And we heard a short introduction from the organizers, but we also would like you to hear a short introduction from partners, because Startup Challenge has 3 partners, and one of them is Procter & Gamble. So now we will hear from the representative of this very fine establishment, Associate Director, Procter & Gamble, Beauty and Grooming Central Europe, Marcin Półchłopek.
Welcome, everyone. How was the party yesterday? Good? Do we have all of the startups in? All of the jury? No casualties, right? Okay, very good. Listen up. I'm very much honored on the behalf of the ABSL organizers, but also P&G, Procter & Gamble as the main partner in that event, to welcome you and open up the 2018 finals of the ABSL Startup Challenge. It is the 3rd time that the Startup Challenge happens during the ABSL conference, and it's the 3rd time that Procter & Gamble is partnering on that event. Now, you may ask the question, why Procter & Gamble? Okay, we're producing laundry, diapers, shampoos. What it has to do with the startups? Any hints? there is one thing which we really do have in common, and the one thing is passion for innovation. Okay, innovation, as we call it, is a lifeblood for us. This is how company started. This is how company developed and lived through 180 years. As we talked from Simon yesterday, living is more important, but also growing to the global company, to the company who is the biggest one in the consumer goods in the world, and we plan to continue. Now, as a testimony of that, let me take you quickly maybe how actually P&G started. Because if you think about the history of Procter & Gamble, this was a startup of 19th century. So it all happened in 1937 when two gentlemen, William Procter and James Gamble, teamed up together, convinced that even everyday products can deliver much better performance, make the chores and daily chores much easier, and save the time. This was their mission. This was their why. Okay? And one of the first brands that they developed was the Ivory soap. Anyone heard about the Ivory? There are quite a few people hearing about this one, yes. And this soap was quite unique at that time. First of all, it was sensitive for the skin, so you could actually use it on the skin safely. But on the other hand, it was extremely efficient in terms of cleaning, and was used for cleaning laundry. It was used for cleaning dishes, and was used also for cleaning floors. Okay, so fantastic product. But there was one more feature which was making it a unique product for a total market, was the fact that this soap was floating on the water. So at that time, every soap would go down. When you have a big bucket of the water, you have to look for it. Not very good experience. Okay. Now they did it, they brought it to life, and it became a big success. Okay? And this is how the company started. Now, there were three learnings that those two gentlemen brought from this experience. Number one, you have to have the innovative product. So innovation is critical. Second thing, it's more than a product. It's about that holistic experience, as we call it now. They probably didn't call it at this stage. But the total experience that comes with the product, also with the usage. And the last but not least, what they realized is that if you get those first two things right, you can actually go and ask consumers to pay more for it. This is how the business model was created. This is how we've been able to develop Procter & Gamble for 180 years, disrupting many categories in laundry, in diapers, first powder detergent. So this is what we believe we'll have to do to continue. So looking at the future, because it's all about the past. In the future, we believe that the same principle of innovation holds true. However, there are a few things which we need to adjust in the way how we do this innovation. First of all, we know consumer becomes more demanding. The needs are more sophisticated, and those needs are changing much faster. So one thing is to make sure we continue developing the products for the consumers for delight. But second thing is the speed of innovation. And the speed that we had in the past, or even not that recently, which took from the idea to big product launch 3 to 5 years, it's not good enough at those days. So one of the areas we are really innovating and looking for is how we can be faster. And here, the digital tools are coming very much into play. So for example, we do way more simulations, modeling, to make sure that before we even engage in the physical work, we can define the products much better for the consumers. We look into the big data and algorithms to spot the insights which are non-obvious insights, that maybe the human marketing eye will not be able to see on a first glance. We also look at the e-commerce to go and test some of the ideas fast in the market. So you don't go for a big launch right away. You use the e-commerce to actually see what is the immediate response from the consumer, rating and reviews, real purchase versus purchase intent in the test. Okay? This helps us to develop those innovations faster. The last but not least, I told you about this total experience, so beyond the product. Now, in the past, remember the soap story and the fact it was floating, okay? Now it's a little bit more sophisticated, and probably where we are looking at the innovation, we're looking how the digital world can help to enhance the experience. Now, you may wonder, you have a physical products like laundry or toothbrush, how the digital world can help. And we actually have the cases for that. So if you think about the oral care, and I think toothbrush is a good example. Electric toothbrushes, Oral-B, you probably heard. Fantastic toothbrush, oscillating, rotating, pulsating technology, works very well. But what we discovered is not only about the product in itself, which is great, but the fact that you have to use it in the right way. The product itself will have to be used. And this is where the digital technology can help. We launched Genius, I think a year and a half ago, which was the first toothbrush which had the Bluetooth connectivity. We developed the app, which was helping to connect the two, and make sure that you get the instant feedback as you do the brushing to understand which parts of your mouth are cleaned well. Moreover, you can record that, and you can bring that to your dentist to show your routine and get the feedback from the dentist. Moreover, you can actually get the personalized plan from your dentist depending on your specific oral care situation. So you can build on that. So look, those are the ways we are trying to innovate. Those are the ways we're trying to be faster. Those are the ways how we want to develop more holistic experience on the superior products so we can delight consumers better. But the last but not least thing is that, yes, of course, resources are scarce. And that's why we are looking for the partnerships. That's why we are here. That's why we are working, we are doing our own hackathons. That's why we are working with the Spark project. And that's why we are so excited to be a part of this ABSL Startup Challenge. So let me finish with congratulating all of the teams that went through the tough road of the semifinals, now final, also the wild cards. I hope you will enjoy the day and you enjoy the presentations. I can guarantee you're going to have a very attentive listeners, not only in the jury, but actually all of the people here are probably also hungry for the innovation, are hungry for partnerships. So I wish you luck. I hope you can find someone that you can develop your ideas further on, maybe to the global scale. So let's get it moving to the action.
Thank you very much, Łukasz, for these kind words. I don't know if you agree with me, but my predecessor said that a lot of people do not associate producing soap and shampoos with innovation. Well, obviously, everyone who has a TV and has ever seen a commercial of a shampoo or a soap associates it with something innovative because voices from the TV are always saying that the new soap or shampoo is cutting edge, the best of its kind, revolutionary, and so on, and so on, and so on. So there's obviously a lot of innovation going on. Łukasz stayed on the scene because being a partner's representative has its perks. And one of these perks is being a member of the jury. And the jury has 7 persons. I would like to ask and welcome to the stage the rest of them. And of course, the audience, please welcome to the stage Agnieszka Balowska, Head of Robotics Center of Excellence, Nordea Bank. Monika Synoracka, Startup Poland Foundation, Ambassador for Poznań and Head of Communications Speed Growth. Marcin Cieńczyk, Chief Technology Innovation Officer, Randstad Polska. Jake Jeffcott, Business Development Director, Olivia Business Center. Royven Gorst, Founder and CEO of MoveSnap. And Jacek Ratajczak, founder of Plug. And of course, Olivia Business Center and Plug are also partners of third ABSL Startup Challenge, and therefore their members are also on the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to hear some business cases, right? And are you ready to hear some business cases? If yes, yes? Yes! Yes, you are ready. And here they are, the first participant, first contender. Please welcome to the stage, voicepin.com from Poznań.
Hello?
Good morning. I am a virtual bank assistant. We are conducting a customer satisfaction survey of the bank's hotline. Can I proceed to the first question?
Yes.
Thank you. Satisfaction ratings should be given on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being the weakest and 10 the highest. Considering your overall experience with the bank's hotline, how satisfied are you with it?
1.
Could you please tell me what influenced your opinion?
I waited almost 5 minutes to speak with a consultant. Then I was transferred to 2 others, and in the end, no one even knew the details of the offer which I was interested in.
That was the last question. Thank you for your time and have a great day.
So the first question I always get is this real? Does it actually work? Yes, this is very real. Our biggest partner, Alior Bank, every day they make 100,000 calls using our technology. What is it? It's a system for enhancement of your call center operations. It adds flexibility, it cuts the calls, it enables you to actually conduct processes that are inefficient with people. It's just a better new way for call center operations. Important thing, it's multilingual for this audience, especially it's language independent. You can adapt it to any language. Of course, it does require process adaptation for certain cultures in terms of different use cases. Natural language understanding, that's what you saw over there. It depends on yourselves. If you have good quality of recordings data with tagging them in your databases, we are able to deliver same performances as people deliver in understanding what your customers actually say. And last but not least, we operate based on outsourcing agreements, which means these are service agreements. If you want to implement our solutions, you do not need to deal with your IT departments, with many stakeholders that are usually required for implementation of IT services. We are an outsourcing company. This is a regular outsourcing agreement that we sign, and the only difference is that other companies employ people, we make robots. My favorite thing, debt collection, you don't negotiate with robots, and we are better in debt collection than people.
And you cannot also negotiate with this timer. 3 minutes, not a second more. Are there any questions from the jury members?
Yes, I would have a question. How do you measure success of the implementation, and how you measure the quality of that tool?
Hello. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's based on the process. If you have debt collection process, for example, it's pure conversion. How many debtors paid off for this certain process? We have many use cases where we are more efficient than people.
Yeah. So how many complaints, if you can share, have you already got using that machine?
Complaints from end customers.
Yeah.
With debt collection, pretty many. People don't like to these calls, even from human agents. Some edge cases happen, and that's our strength. We specialize in certain processes, so the more we process them, the more edge cases we are able to serve well. There was a lady, for example, who picked up the phone. It turned out that was her husband's phone, and he died. So you know, she obviously complained about it, but now we're able to handle that. It's a matter of time.
But can you give us the number? Because I mean, complaints when the machine cannot really understand what the other person on the phone is saying.
It depends on your database. It depends on the product. It's impossible to give you any certain numbers.
Just one from me. What stage of funding are you at now? I mean, the product looks pretty polished. You said Alior Bank.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a client now. You've got a contract.
So I'm a private entrepreneur. I exited my previous company. I'm funding it.
Okay, is it right now privately funded?
Yes.
Just a quick question, if we have a second. What's the...
Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, give it to voicepin.com from Poznań. Voicepin.com from Poznań. Our second participant comes from Wrocław, a beautiful city. I love it very much. Please welcome to the stage Every place. Every place from Wrocław. Welcome.
Hello, I'm Grzegorz, and I'm here today to talk about places. First of all, try to recall any place that you know from your work. It can be an office where you work, can be a building that you build, can be a shop that you manage, or the area that you lease. Think how much information you have about this place. You know, its size, its orientation, layout, all different features and equipment. Now, I think each of you would need at least an hour to describe us such place in detail. And you know what? I think after this hour, we'd still have quite little knowledge about the place. Definitely much less than after a short personal visit. Why? Because a place is something to be shown, not described. That's better for our brain. And in business, there are many cases where places need to be shown to your employees or your customers. Induction trainings, property viewings, health and safety trainings, or merchandising manuals are all good examples. And companies spend a lot of money for employee and customer travels to visit places, for viewings, for trainings, for consultation. And this is the reason why we created Everyplace, a platform to capture, maintain, and share knowledge about places. So Everyplace allows you to combine virtual tours, slide presentations, and online meetings. It's like PowerPoint and Skype and virtual reality combined. So how it works? First of all, you need to have capture the representation of a place with panoramic media, so the media that capture the entire context, not just a single frame. And with Everyplace, it's just as easy as a selfie, because one shot with this camera, and the footage of that place lands in our platform, over Wi-Fi, with no cables, no file transfers. So all you need to do now is to annotate the important areas with text or multimedia so that the knowledge about them lands exactly where they belong in the context. Now you're ready to share your vision of this place with the world. But the best thing you can do is you can invite other people, your employees, your coworkers, to a virtual meeting inside this annotated place for the purpose of presentation, training, or consultation. And that, everything, regardless of where they are, because Everyplace works online in the internet. So all this is available to anybody by a small monthly fee and with very little effort. And some of the big names already use it to save their time and money.
And now let's see whether the Everyplace's business case convinced our jury members. Please, any questions from the 7 sages?
Okay, so for me, first step, thank you for your presentation. And the first question, what kind of problem do you solve and for who it is?
Okay, our customers, well, okay, the first problem is very simple. It's like property viewings and all the property sales and property demonstration. This is the most obvious case. Recently, we're solving problems of trainings, so workplace trainings. That's amazing when you can put the VR goggles and just be immersed in a place which is going to be your workplace. That's very good for companies that have big rotation of employees who work in a specific place. And the second thing is we use it for merchandising, so remote consultation of places of like shops when it comes to products being displayed, and where the shops are spread across the country or worldwide, and there is a central that gets the most knowledge.
Your use case seems to be pretty complicated for me, and I'd say occasional. So one question, how many customers do you see actually enrolling on a regular basis rather than using it once in a while?
So regular customers...
And when is the break-even? How many do you need to break even?
The second question is perhaps more difficult because we deploy Everyplace on-premise for the companies. When it comes to the global platform, which is mostly meant at real estate agents, the more we have, the better.
Okay, just one from me. How interactive is it? I mean, I can see the goggles. When you're actually sort of in this world, can you actually execute, you know, commands? Can you click? Can you? I mean, is it possible to use a mouse inside this inside this
Yes,
realm?
you can. It's interactive. There are interactive widgets that display information, and you also have got meeting book.
Unfortunately, time is up. Ladies and gentlemen, give it to every place. Every place, Wrocław. Our third contender also comes from Wrocław. And welcome, please welcome to the stage, Cluify. Cluify, also from Wrocław. 3 minutes.
Hi, everyone. Do you know that most of our retail sales still goes from the offline world? I mean, it's still 90% of the whole sales in the world. I mean, barber shops, flower shops, Protecting Gabble, they all sell mostly in the offline world. So we solve this very small problem for this very big market. That means that this offline retail can't measure where they get customers. I mean, if someone comes to the flower shop, the lady that is selling the flowers or the guy don't have any idea where the customer came from. So we took the smartphones technology, we collect data from them just to show where your customers are, and in effect, as a side effect, we can measure what customers you have on your premise, which means basically that we solve a very simple problem. If someone is sitting on the BMW website, that means that he gives us a declaration, an online declaration which is not real life action. So marketer thinks that someone who is sitting 2 hours on the BMW website is probably the customer of BMW, and he has money, he has a need, and he will spend this money in the next few weeks. That's a very big mistake. Probably someone, like 90% of those people, were looking for some information, but we don't know what kind of information. But if you will take people that are sitting in the same range of cars, service shop, like in example, Mercedes. I'm sitting in the Mercedes for 2 hours, I'm waiting for my car. I wasted 2 hours to wait when my car is serviced. I'm very angry. So if I would be BMW, I would love to reach this customer because he has a need, because his car is broken. He has the money because he is in a proper segment. So what can we do? Just shoot him and advertise. And this advertise should be in the channel that is available right now. So we collect data from the smartphones and we send the advertisements to the people that are having a real-life action that gives us a shopping intention. And then we see if they are coming to our venues. If they are coming to our venues, that means that we have just converted an advertisement into an action. And this gives us our model, which is cost per visit. And that's how we sell customers to you. Thank you very much.
Members of the jury, would you like anything else to know about this
thanks for the
particular
presentation. As you know, the GDPR landed in Europe and Poland. How you solve this profiling consents from the customers?
Very easy, and legal part, we just ask for permission. Each application right now is asking for a GDPR compliance because they use IPs, advertisement IDs, cookies, whatsoever. Our partners just put our name in the consents. That's it.
Okay, so which data are you collecting? So what are the things that you know and how you connect them to the physical, I understand, either visit in a store or is it purchase as well?
Is a visit. Something, because we don't want to integrate. Actually, we give that all with no integration at all. I mean, just a pure service. So we see what kind of Wi-Fi is available on the phone. I mean, if you look right here, you open your phone and you will see the list of Wi-Fi's available, you will know that someone is sitting in ABSL challenge. And he's sitting...
Geo-targeting, what else?
Time. That's the most precious. I mean, we see it each 3 minutes. So that means that we not only see the position of the people, but we know how much time they spend there. That's why we can give you a visit rate. Because we know that someone sitting 30 minutes in McDonald's
that's a customer.
Any other data you're collecting?
No, that's it. I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah, so in terms of continuous improvement, what's your next step?
So the next step is that offline has a big problem. They don't know about digital marketing. I mean, when we ask for, give us an advertisement creation for the lady with the flower shop, she don't know exactly how to make a banner, how to make a wording on it, and all this stuff. So our next step is that we will just take in information who you are, and we will automate full process up to the sending the advertisement.
Time's up. Thank you very much. Cluify from Wrocław. Cluify. Well, questions about the GDPR and what data is being collected. It seems like investors are more and more interested in compliance-related things with startups. We've seen that trend for a while. Let's welcome to the stage a fourth contender of today's ABSL Startup Challenge, and it is Shelfwise from Warsaw. Shelfwise!
Shelfwise, we do shelf recognition in real time for FMCG companies. But first of all, let's speak about the problem. You know all these FMCG companies like Procter & Gamble, Danone, Coca-Cola, they spend millions and billions of dollars on advertisement, on sponsorship agreements. Yet, 70% of us are deciding what to buy being in store, looking at shelf. So they know very well that they have to take care of the shop display and how the shelves actually look like. So they send their sales representatives. They spend from 30 minutes up to 1 hour actually measuring all the KPIs like product presence, shelf share, and others. And you know what? That's not really their job. They spend a lot of time doing this. Now, where are we coming? So the sales rep, instead of doing this manually, takes his phone, takes a photo. No, I didn't forget my talk. That's how much time, actually, you need to get all the information that you are collecting for 30 minutes or 1 hour being in store. So this is a great changer, game changer for FMCG companies. And what sort of data we can provide? We can provide data about shelf share, about missing items. Of course, if you cut the time of shelf auditing from 1 hour to, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes to go through the store with an automatical tool like ours, you do savings. So this is the cost-cutting and effective method. The second thing that is really important is that, did I tell you actually that we're not gathering the same amount of data as sales reps? We have much more data. And what we do data crunching. It means actually that we can take more from this data, understand this data, and process it. And at the end of the day, you heard a lot about technologies and AI taking jobs, et cetera, robotation, automatization. Our customers, most of them, they don't want to fire people and sales reps. They want sales reps to do their job, to sell, and not to do the shelf auditing. Repetitive, manual, boring task that can occur with many errors. So last but least, I would like to tell you about our team, which is a team of great engineers and guys who worked for Google and Facebook. And myself, I have international business experience, but we all do that because we have passion for what we do. We have passion for new technologies and passion for making seamless experiences both for workers in FMCG as well as customers. Because what we do today is we do the technology that is available and is very accurate. And tomorrow we want to do a sort of Amazon Go grab and go shopping experience, seamless, without queues and without paying. Thank you very much. That was us.
Shelfwise, thank you very much. Well, this seems like a very interesting merchandising proposition. I don't know whether members of our jury will agree with me.
Okay, I have first question. Thanks for your presentation. How you measure the effectiveness of your recommendation, if they work?
Well, we have 3 steps. So the first one, we have to measure what's actually been on the shelf. So that's the first thing. We have to recognize all the products. That's where we actually cut the time. Second one is we can give instant recommendations according to what companies want. So if they say, okay, 25% of shelf share, that's not enough in this store. You should talk to the store manager because we have a different deal with them. And the third one, we can actually see what are the connections between special promotions and the promotional actions in different regions. And then we can actually assess which promotion actions are working better than the others.
And what is your business model?
Our business model is so there are 2 types of payment. So the first one is for the integration, so where we are actually implementing the solution with the client, and the second one is a monthly basis based on number of visits and number of photos that we have to process.
So, sorry, following up on this one. So what would be the return on investment for your customer?
It's more than 10 times only counting the time that we are cutting. But actually what they see now is that they have a sales increase because the sales reps are doing their job. So they're selling. So they're not firing people. That's the best thing about AI. They have a better workforce that is doing some additional tasks that they weren't able to do before.
You're the most demanding customer now? The most demanding customer?
Most demanding customer. I think it's not about the customer, but it's about the type of products that we have to recognize. So it will be different products that can change the packaging. Thank you very much.
Shelf-wise from Warsaw. As we say in Poland, oklaski. And now for the 5th competitor in today's challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Waver from the beautiful city of Łódź. Waver!
Information overload. Every single day, customers receive an overload of 34 gigabytes of data. And every company I know, including yours, is struggling how to break through that clutter and create sales, how to build relationship with your customer partners. And even though it's 21st century, your options are limited. So, companies use call center that we all hate. They send spam emails that nobody reads. You can use direct Salesforce, but it's very expensive. And that's why we created Waver. With over 50 customers that we already have, we know that the opening rates with our solution are much better and customer success amazing. This is what we do. Waver is personalized interactive video communication platform that allows you to target anyone in real time, in multi-channel with tailored content. So as a recipient, you get what you want, when you want, the way you like it most. How do you like that? Let me show you an example of how we help recruiters with their communication problems. A lot of job candidates don't show up to job interview. They are late. They come to wrong location, unprepared. Our solution is to send them video invitation. They receive it as a link in personalized text message. The link will open in a browser. So pretty much you can send it to anyone and they don't need to have any application on their device. And the message can contain a lot of interactive content, like, for example, personalized message from recruiter, inviting the person to job interview, saying that there will be like a nice coffee to discuss the future that you can build together. And very important thing, we track everything. We know precisely who has seen the video, who has opened the message. We can measure emotional feedback that you get for your communication. You can put a lot of other elements like text, maps, links to some websites, attachments, maybe additional video. After all, you want to promote yourself as a great workspace. You can ask questions to your recipients, and you get their answers in real time, so you can follow up. Like, for example, ask them if they want to reschedule the job interview. Of course, we are GDPR compliant, so you can unsubscribe, and we can put in this message a lot of this kind of micro application features. So, for example, you will have your own inbox and the contact center, so basically you can preview different messages, you can contact the person. This is just one of example of applications. You can use it for onboarding of new employees. You can send some sort of wishes, and it works even better if you use it for sales of your products or services. Thank you.
And now the part where a great presentation is being ripped apart by a question about business model.
So how do you overcome, a lot of people still have this phobia of recording themselves on video. How do you overcome that as a challenge?
So it's different with different people. You can record a video using our application, and some people use it. Some people you can never really force to recording a video, whereas like you have to work on some sort of strategy of making products. Like for example, a lot of people walk in the video, so you ask them to stand like this, and then you actually tell them to talk to you like they are discussing on a Skype, because nobody really stressed in talking over a web call. So you basically talk to them and they make their message. There are like different techniques, but these are like more of the techniques of making videos rather than technology of delivering and making sales.
This job interview details message, is it an idea or the real product that you implemented already in the customers?
This particular implication got us the Best Innovation Award last year, and it's being implemented, over and over in many corporations. Right now we have over 50 customers. They use it. We usually start with internal communication. So basically this is where recruitment came out. We wanted to do sales and marketing, but it takes much, much longer when companies or actually large corporations decide to do it for external customers. So they first do things like invitation to training session, to external events, to conference like this, and when they are sure that the technology works well and the reception of the message is really good, they decide to use it for partners or customers.
And the question, is NPS behind these faces? NPS, Net Promoter Score? Like satisfaction survey?
Net promotion score. We did that, but so we believe that it's pretty much a way to hack your way through. Because if you record being like CEO or very important person, you record this kind of video to your customers, they will be really pleased that you got them, and you get results that are very, very high. So you can.
Waiver, ladies and gentlemen, give it to Waiver. Thank you very much. Fifth participant, fifth contender in today's challenge. And now please welcome to the stage a representative of another young enterprise, CloudStorm from Krakow. CloudStorm from Krakow!
Welcome everyone, my name is David. I'm the CEO and co-founder of CloudStorm. We are a robotic process automation startup, and our vision is that everyone should do a meaningful job. That is, anything that's routine, repetitive, or boring should be handled by a robot, even in the office. Because office automation is happening right now. Within just 2 years' time, every fourth job in the workplace will be automated. And we are here to make it happen for you. We are working with large companies and their shared services centers in particular. And we learned something crazy from them, that they are still employing people full-time doing copy-paste between applications. They employ people full-time to log into different systems, pull out some data manually, put it in an Excel file, and send it to the boss. How is this still a thing? Well, the reason for that is money. It's all about the money. So first of all, it's very expensive to develop enterprise software, and it takes a lot of time. Because of that, there are a lot of missing integrations in your company. And then your employees need to do workarounds, basically wasting their time and wasting your money. They're using Excel as a database, Excel as a workflow solution. And this leads to what we call shadow IT, basically Excel hell. Hundreds of different databases that are not connected to each other, they're not connected to your ERP system, and basically waste time just to keep it in sync every day. Worst of all, if you as a company would like to automate some of your processes, you don't know where to start, so you need to employ expensive process consultants plus expensive IT consultants, making it even longer, an already long process. We're talking about months or years for an integration project. Well, with CloudStorm, you can change months down to just days, because we have a self-service robotic process automation, basically do-it-yourself robots. We have process discovery, which is a process to figure out which are
the bottlenecks in your employees' lives, which are the bottlenecks in your processes, and we identify the patterns which lead to processes worth to automate. Then comes our robotic process automation technology, which are clever robots that work on their own. They are looking at how your employees are using their software, learning by observing that, and if programming is needed, we do it remotely. So there's no need whatsoever for project consultancy. So with this, we can offer it software as a service, which is unique, and you receive immediate return on investment by working with us. So immediate return of investment, that's something that interests Microsoft and Deloitte, who would like to resell our technology. It interests Deutsche Telekom, who is investing in our company, and it may interest you as well. So I invite you to make this your personal success story this year. Thank you.
A lot of big names in this presentation, won't you agree? Please, questions from the jury.
So, very simple question. What are the key differences versus Power BI?
Well, it's the robots themselves. So we are not just aggregating the data. We are not just making it a reporting tool, but we are skipping the part where you need to integrate it with programming. So there's no need for programming. There's no need to have any API for the data either.
What is your role and how big is your team?
I'm changing hats right now because the team is starting to grow. We started this year with 6 people, and we are growing it to 12 people because we won 2 million euros from the European Commission to execute our plan.
You mentioned immediate ROI. What about the cost of the maintenance? Because I suppose there could be some changes on the way. How do you handle this part?
Yeah, we do software as a service, so maintenance is included in the process. So it's a subscription-based model. There's no need for initial investment if it's served from the cloud. If it's served on-premise, then there is a little setup fee to install the system. But after that, we are charging per process. So we are not charging per robots. Competitors' robots can only do usually one process at a time. So if you need parallel robots, you need more licenses. We have business cases in automation for finance, where we are automating reporting from government sites. 100 robots start parallel, and within 1 minute, all of them finish. And it's only one license because we are charging by the process.
How do you teach your robots?
Sorry?
How do you teach your robots? Because it sounds very beautiful, but...
Yeah. There's an agent installed on the computer, and then it records which actions they do.
CloudStorm, ladies and gentlemen, give it to CloudStorm. Thank you very much. And now we will see what our 7th contestant is going to say. Please welcome to the stage TimeMate from a beautiful city of Katowice. TimeMate!
Hello everyone, my name is Marcin. I'm from TimeMate, your daily support at work from Chorzów. But give me a second, I go to the jury to give them try to unboxing our product. So let's try. Please click, touch, and see how this works. I will make the presentation now. What? Sorry. I have to be careful about card asking me if I need the help. So I will click that node. If I need the help, and I not react, my colleagues get the information that I am fell down. So they can prepare the rescue team or paramedics for me. So now I take down the helmet too, and also card asking me why I'm not wearing helmet. So, because I will say that they are not in the risky zone because this is a safe zone. Somebody today say me that ABSL is as a family, so we are safe here. So thank you for that. So how does this work? We combine the modern technology, cloud, of course, big data, of course, and Internet of Things too. Lot of sensors and other things. So this is combined and prepared for all your employees. For that we get the National Center of Research and Development Fund, almost $1 million, that we prepared this product for the market. Now we have over 200 companies who joined to the pilot. We select 50 for that, and we prepared the product to the launch to the market. But we need your help, because we need to establish the partnership network. We need to find out new customers. We dream about establish the office in London, New York, maybe Tokyo too. So Simon asking why? Because we have the passion. We have the passion that took us to make and create the transparent, fair, and safety workplace for you and for your employee. So thank you for that.
Well, startups are known for the laid-back culture, and as a matter of fact, I know that these guys like to wear vests and helmets in their office. I wonder whether jury members will have any other questions.
Thanks for the presentation. And the first question, who is your the big competitor and why you are better?
If you are yesterday and Simon speech that we don't have competitors. We know.
Very wrong answer.
No, now we faced and checking for example, ASA Abloy. This is the biggest ID card supplier for the world. They established also in Poland Research and Development Center. Probably they heard about us and try to take people and create same things. But for now, when we get the patent for the USA for that, so we know that we are unique and nobody else created the same technology as us.
Patent for only US?
We have a patent for US now from the merge, and we're waiting for UA too.
And you'll get that?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay. What stage of funding are you at? What stage of funding?
What is stage of funding? We now spent all of money from the National Center of Research and Development, and now we start from October the marketing phase and selling and distribution, and we look for venture capital probably around €1 million or dollars for establish the sales and delivery for other countries.
An integration with the payroll systems, with the time sheetings?
With the payroll system, is working as the microservices that we can connect to the SAP, for example, which I tested right now, and other systems for payrolls, for maintenance, for assets management, because this also can be used for the logistic and supply chain to track.
You've got 50 companies would like to participate in pilot project. Who are they?
Big insurance bank.
TimeMate from Katowice. TimeMate. If you gave them something, don't take it back. Oh, come on. Thank you very much. Thank you, kind sir. This was TimeMate from Katowice. And our last... Give it to them, yeah, exactly. Even I got something. Thank you, kind sir. And now our last participant from a beautiful city of Szczecin, north of the country. Who hasn't been there should go. I'm from there. It's a wonderful place. Please welcome to the stage, Train and Benefit Szczecin. Train and Benefit!
Hello, everyone. Statistically, time of absenteeism in last year in Poland was around 27 days. Average time of employees staying on a sick leave was around 60 days. If we're gonna boost our employees more than 50%, we're gonna be able to decrease this cost 4 times, which means if you have a company hiring 50 employees, you're able to save per year 2,500 euros. So this is our solution, Train and Benefit, employee engagement platform to change unhealthy habits of employees. This is our use case. Please meet Jesse. Jesse is HR manager working in a Berlin startup. He is struggling every day with high sick level costs, with fluctuation, with burnout. Unfortunately, solutions at the moment in the market are ineffective. After feedback of more than 50 HR managers, we receive information that only between 15 and 20% of employees are engaging in health programs. So it's time to help Jesse and his employees. Train Benefit is a smart, gamified solution for employees and HR managers. From the side of customer, we are offering activity challenges, exciting rewards. From the side of B2B, for HR managers and also C-level management, we are offering HR dashboard and also white labeling solution. How do we actually engage our employees? By offering them AI trainer solution, which is available 24/7, offering requests and also healthy tips every day. At this moment, we are talking with one of the German bank and discussing pre-sales contract, but of course, we are looking for new customers. So if you would like to join us in this journey, we are open for talks. Thank you.
And now the questions from the jury for our last participant. Please.
So the question is, how do you believe employees will be willing to participate?
Sorry, could you repeat?
How employees will be willing to participate? Why would they be willing to share that type of the information, which is quite sensitive, let's say, with the employer?
Sure. So we have a solution that employees are able to define with the checkbox if they want to share anonymously or if they want to share information. So in this case, there is not a problem. If that was the answer of your question, or you're expecting different answer?
You said rewards. So I guess the type of reward or the type of kind of gamification. Well, you've got the gamification platform there. The type of reward would actually be up to the HR department director or whatever, and then they would actually sort of integrate this physical rewards or whatever or something into this platform themselves. Yeah.
Sure. So there is it's a subscription model. So in the price which companies are paying per employee, we are including rewards, which are discounts or free products, which are, for example, free smoothies delivering to the company, a consultation with nutritionists, or a massage.
There are some wellness and healthy mobile application available already on the market, on the global and in Poland. Why you are different?
As far as we know, none of our competitors are using machine learning at the moment.
How would you convince a company to use your app rather than a general Endomondo, for example, challenge to motivate employees?
Endomondo challenge doesn't offer monetized rewards. And also we are able to compete between groups, which is unusual at the market, so departments could compete between each other. And usually competitors, they don't have this solution. For example, Endomondo, it's individually with
Train and benefit. Train and benefit, Szczecin. Excellent. Thank you very much. But please stay on the stage. Stay on the stage. And I would like to invite every other startup on the stage because the main part of today's event is coming close. It's coming fast. 8 startups, 5 awards, 3 awards from partners of this event, audience award. So may I remind you to vote and choose the best startup in your opinion, and then of course jury will deliberate and will choose the winner of 3rd edition of the ABSL Startup Challenge. And I would like to ask Mr. Jake Jeffcott, Business Development Director, Olivia Business Center, to grant the Partner Award. Mr. Jeffcott,
yes,
please.
Yes. Okay. There's supposed to be a hostess with a prize, I guess. Yes, here she is. All right. Well done, everybody. This is mine. So the thing is that we've got a winner. We've got a big winner, I think, today for the whole startup challenge. But I'm here to give a wild card prize to the person which I really kind of think that we could probably do some business with. We are a real estate company, but we also have an investment arm, seed funding, and we also raise capital for startups, so that's why I'm here. And I'd like to give it to the gentleman that fell over on the stage. Yeah, really well done. We'll talk after the show, yeah? Okay. Yes.
TimeMate Katowice Partner Recognition Award. Partner Recognition Award, Olivia Business Center will provide mentoring to the startup selected by them for their award. And now I'd like to ask Mr. Jacek Ratajczak, founder of Plug, to give the second Partner Recognition Award. Mr. Ratajczak, please.
Okay, so I'm here representing Plugin, which is Polish Innovation Diaspora. We connect Poles in innovation technology sector worldwide. And one of our main events is a Polish Tech Day, and part of it, Pitch to London, where best Polish startups get a chance to pitch to British or international VCs and investors. So the award today is an invitation to pitch in London in less than 2 weeks. And it was a difficult choice, but I think that Wayware would be a great company to our community. Thank you.
Wayware Partner Recognition Award by Plugin. Plug is sending the company of their choosing to London to attend the Polish Tech Day, organized at Google HQ in London in about 2 weeks, June the 20th, as I remember. And now I would like to ask Mr. Marcin Puchłopek, Procter & Gamble Associate Director, Beauty and Grooming, Central Europe, to give their recognition award. And this is the award everyone is waiting for, but it is a big cash. It's a cash prize, 10,000 zlotys, nothing to snuff at.
So guys, I told you in the beginning, we are, as a Procter & Gamble, here to delight consumers. And delighting consumers in store is one of the critical missions. That's why the special award goes to Shelfwise. To może tak zaczniemy od tego. Wielkie, proszę.
Give it to them, right? Absolutely. Applaud. Applaud all you can. Shelfwise, the winner of the Partner Recognition Award by Procter & Gamble. And now we can go to Public Choice Award. But before that, I would like to ask to come to the stage Łukasz Czajkowski, Head of Membership Network and Community, ABSL. And of course, the Public Choice Award is granted based on your votes. So can we see? TimeMate, 29.39%.
Oh, that was close.
Votes. TimeMate from Katowice, Public Choice Award, the second award this evening. Gentlemen, wonderful outcome. And now, for the moment, everyone have been waiting for. Well, I certainly have been waiting for, because the best part in hosting these kinds of events is saying to audience who won. And it makes me feel a little bit like I'm in an Oscar ceremony opening this little envelope saying, and the Oscar goes to, even if it's not Oscar, I'm fine with that. The main event, the main award today is being awarded by jury, and they will have to vote. And the members of the jury vote by raising their hands. And of course, the startup that gets the most votes wins the main prize today. And in the event of a company receiving the same amount of votes, the vote coming from the director of the jury counts. So I would like to ask 7 sages, which of the companies that presented themselves today on this stage do you think is absolutely the best, creme de la creme? Is it the voicespin.com from Poznań? 0 votes. Is it EveryPlace? 0. There are some emotions here. Is it Cluify? No. Well, gentlemen, you don't have much more choice. Is it Shelfwise? 3 votes. 3 votes plus, because the director voted. Is it Waiver? 1 vote. Is it CloudStorm? Who will vouch for CloudStorm? 1 member of the jury? Is it TimeMate? Or did TimeMate receive 2 votes for TimeMate? And who will vote for Train and Benefit? And therefore, we can announce the winner of the 3rd Startup Challenge, ABSL Startup Challenge, receiving 3 votes, Shelfwise, Warsaw Shelfwise! The winner of 3rd ABSL Startup Challenge, Shelfwise!